Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me today to discuss an important topic that affects many individuals in Australia. Today, we will explore my journey as a black woman who has faced microaggressions and racism in my life, specifically being labeled as aggressive in workplace. I will delve into my lived experiences, understand the impact of such behavior, and learn how I have embraced resilience and continue to challenge the stereotypes. My name is Connie. Like many black women, I have encountered microaggressions and racism in various aspects of my life, such as at university, work, in social settings, and during interpersonal interactions. Time and time again, I have been unfairly labeled as aggressive due to racial stereotypes. This label has affected my self-image, mental health, and well-being. Referring to black women as aggressive based on racial stereotypes is both a microaggression and a form of racism. It's a microaggression because it is a subtle, often unintentional comment that perpetuates a stereotype about black women. By labeling them as aggressive, it implies that their behavior is somehow inappropriate or deviates from an expected norm. This stereotype can negatively impact black women's self-image, mental health, and professional opportunities, as they may feel pressured to suppress their emotions or opinions to avoid being perceived as aggressive. At the same time, this behavior is rooted in racism, as it stems from long-standing racial stereotypes and biases against black people. The term aggressive is often used to marginalize and invalidate the experiences and emotions of black women, which contributes to systemic racism and perpetuates inequality. It's crucial to recognize and challenge such behaviors and language to create a more inclusive and equitable environment for everyone. Microaggressions are subtle, often unintentional discriminatory comments or behaviors directed towards individuals based on their membership in a marginalized group in Australian society. Racism, on the other hand, is the belief in the inherent superiority of one race over another, leading to discrimination and prejudice based on race or ethnicity. In my case, being labeled as aggressive is both a microaggression and a form of racism. The effects of microaggressions and racism can be far-reaching. They can lead to feelings of self-doubt, stress, and isolation, and may hinder professional growth. These experiences create barriers for black women and others who face discrimination, limiting their opportunities and reinforcing harmful stereotypes in Australian society. Despite these challenges, I have taken steps to build resilience in the face of adversity. I have sought support from friends, family, and professional networks, practiced self-care, and cultivated a growth mindset. By doing so, I have been able to slowly bounce back from negative experiences and on the path to recovery. As a result of my personal experience, I have also taken action to challenge stereotypes and address microaggressions and racism in my life. I am taking steps to educate myself and others about these issues, promote diversity and inclusion in the workplace and community, and I intend to stand up against discrimination when I witnessed it. By doing so, I plan to make a difference not only in my own life, but also in the lives of others. Let me explain what different forms of microaggression that I experience every day in Australian workplace. Microaggressions can be related to race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, disability, or any other characteristic that sets an individual apart from the majority. They are often subtle and can manifest in various forms, such as verbal comments, body language, or actions that convey stereotypes or negative assumptions about someone's identity. Examples of microaggressions include racial microaggressions. A person of color being complimented on their fluency in English, implying that they are not expected to be fluent because of their race. Gender microaggressions. A woman being told she is too emotional or aggressive for expressing her opinions, suggesting that her behavior deviates from stereotypical gender norms. Sexual orientation microaggressions. Assuming someone's sexual orientation based on their appearance or mannerisms, or using terms like gay as a derogatory adjective. Disability microaggressions. speaking loudly or slowly to a person with a physical disability, assuming that they also have an intellectual disability, and so on. In addition to advocating for change, I hope this video motivates others to act and offer allyship when they see microaggression and racism in Australian workplace. In conclusion, my journey illustrates the importance of embracing resilience and challenging stereotypes in the face of microaggressions and racism. I am telling this story to serve as a reminder that we all have the power to make a difference and create a more inclusive and equitable Australian society. I encourage each of you to take action by becoming more aware of microaggressions and racism, standing up against discrimination, and supporting efforts to promote diversity and inclusion. Together, we can create a world where everyone can thrive, regardless of their race, ethnicity, or background. Thank you for listening. Please like, share and subscribe.